Like I've been telling you guys, Jake is going to destroy Mike Tyson. And it's because of the way Mike fought then, the way he fights now.
In a surprising turn of events, pros have explained why Jake Paul is going to defeat Mike Tyson in their highly anticipated bout on July 20th. Recently, Wade Plem expressed his thoughts on the Tyson versus Paul bout. He explained why he believes that Jake Paul is going to destroy Mike Tyson. Here is what he said.
I think his greatest strength, unfortunately for him, in this fight has become his greatest weakness. The reason Mike was so good is due to his youth and explosivity and speed, and those things have since left. In this fight with Jake, he's not going to have that in any way, shape, or form what he used to have.
And now, in a bold rebuttal to the naysayers, renowned streamer Aiden Ross has stepped up to defend the event.
All right, what? Anything else you guys want me to? You said talk about the fight being on Netflix. Oh yeah, no, bro, this is the biggest ever, chat. And again, W promo because I'm gonna be honest, chat. How are y'all gonna watch this fight? You all better spam Netflix.
Yeah.
Do not do it illegally. Okay?
Bro, if they don't have a Netflix account,
Yeah, chat.
they're just cheapskates.
If you guys don't have a Netflix
They're
account in
just
2024, that's bad.
Amidst the skepticism, there are voices of anticipation and support. Ross, for one, is eager to see the clash unfold and has articulated his alignment with Paul's bold choice. He highlights to Paul, "You're fighting the greatest boxer of all time." Paul nodded in agreement with Ross's words. Yet, it's intriguing to ponder how this bout will fit into the trajectory of his career.
We partner up. I think it would go crazy. They're saying no, and they're saying that Jake's good. He's good off that little bro. Chat, it's just a thought, bro. I thought of that. Damn.
I was like, I think we could maybe get like your best matchup on there.
Nevertheless, the verdict regarding this issue remains pending. During his MMA Hour segment, Ariel Helwani, citing insider information, revealed that the question of whether Tyson versus Paul would receive official sanctioning from a regulatory body remains unresolved. The ultimate authority to decide on this matter rests with the Texas Commission, as the fight is scheduled to take place within its jurisdiction. Nevertheless, Helwani pointed out that if the event were categorized as an exhibition, the fighters would forego headgear. Moreover, he also talked about the fight's potential in terms of business.
It all comes down to business. It is, as who said earlier in the day, was it Kayla? The fight business, right? The prize fighting
fight business, not the friends business.
Yes. And so I believe that's what we were talking about. If it was, and I'm going to give the guys a chance to obviously respond as well. If it was Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson on any other platform, the platforms that are commonly airing combat sports these days, I don't know if that would be their answer, but I do think the Netflix thing made it into a massive fight.
While Paul did not clarify if the fight would be official, he did rule out the chances of wearing a headgear. Paul, in a strongly worded video, noted, "Just a quick message to the people who are complaining about the rules of me versus Mike Tyson. I feel for anyone who believes that, and I would never let my fans down in a fight like this and wear headgear. Come on now, people." Additionally, Paul personally addressed the matter, issuing a robust statement to clarify certain regulations. He said, "Some TikToker user made a video making up all these fake rules like me and Logan tag teaming him, us wearing headgear, all of this bullshit. If you believe that you're an idiot and you shouldn't be allowed to vote, you shouldn't be allowed to drive on the streets and endanger other people." On the other hand, Mike Tyson has received warnings about the substantial health hazards he may face should he re-enter the boxing ring under the conditions purportedly set by Jake Paul. If Tyson chooses to proceed, he has been cautioned about the hazards associated with boxing at his advanced age, including the potential for rupturing veins in his brain. In an article penned for The Conversation, Stephen Hughes, a senior lecturer specializing in medicine at Anglia Ruskin University, said, "In older people, the brain tends to lose volume. This lengthens the bridging veins and makes them more vulnerable to rupture. Alcoholism is known to accelerate brain shrinkage, and it appears that Tyson has this as a past risk factor." Hughes highlighted Tyson's perilous journey beyond just the ruptured brain veins, termed as a subdural hematoma. He pointed out the looming threat of cardiac fibrosis, a condition marked by scarring of the heart muscle, capable of precipitating heart failure, and in worst cases, sudden demise. Hughes said, "Middle age sees an increase in the likelihood of cardiac events, such as heart attack. Keeping fit protects against cardiovascular disease, and Tyson's exercise regime will benefit him greatly. However, the temptation to overdo it in the gym is always there." Hughes mentioned that it's common for middle-aged individuals, even those appearing healthy, to have narrowed heart arteries, which can lead to sudden death during physical activities. He pointed out that while regular exercise can mitigate this risk, a history of cocaine use, like that of Mike Tyson, can significantly increase it. Hughes Hughes said, narrowed heart arteries are common in middle age, even in seemingly healthy people. However, it can lead to sudden death during exercise. Although regular exercise reduces this risk, a cocaine habit elevates it considerably, and Mike Tyson has been known to have used the drug in the past. Furthermore, Hughes highlighted the dangers of receiving a blow to the chest. He explained that such an impact could lead to commotio cordis, a condition where the heart muscle is damaged, potentially causing an irregular heartbeat, decreased contraction ability of the heart muscles, and possibly leading to death. He noted that while this condition is rare, the presence of coronary artery disease could exacerbate the risks. Tyson's recent resurgence showcases his remarkable fitness as he shares training videos, determined to reclaim his former glory.
Day 3, you still want to fuck with me?
However, cautionary health advisories urge him to contemplate the necessity of headgear regulations, raising concerns about his decision to acquiesce to Paul's alleged stipulations. Even a former champion seems apprehensive about the proposed matchup. The first emotion Carl Froch felt upon hearing about the Tyson-Paul fight was that of disbelief. Froch expressed his disbelief and disapproval regarding the upcoming fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
And I stumbled across the news that Jake Paul is fighting the legend, the icon, Mike Tyson. What is going off? Listen, as soon as I heard that, I just thought, this cannot be happening. You can't be putting a guy in his mid-20s in against a guy that's approaching 60 years old. And Mike Tyson's had some wear and tear in his career. He's smoking quite a bit of weed these days. I'm sure he's got a walking stick and he's got back problems. Now,
initially, he thought the match would be more of an exhibition or gimmick, a light sparring rather than a serious contest. He said, "The news of Jake Paul squaring off against the legendary icon Mike Tyson caught me off guard. I simply couldn't fathom it. Pitting a man in his mid-20s against another approaching his 60s, it just seemed implausible." Considering Mike Tyson's esteemed position in the realm of boxing and Jake Paul's conspicuous absence of genuine credentials as a professional pugilist, the announcement of their impending match evoked a sense of disgust within him, to the point where he pondered if it might inflict further damage upon the sport of boxing. Froch said, "I was thinking surely, not surely, this is like a bit of an exhibition or a bit of a gimmick, or they're having some kind of a steady move around. But Jake Paul is actually officially taking on Iron Mike Tyson." However, realizing that Jake Paul is officially fighting the iconic Mike Tyson, a revered figure in professional boxing, Froch was shocked and appalled. He lamented the match as a negative development for the sport, highlighting the disparity between Tyson's legendary status and Paul's non-professional boxing background, ultimately stating his disgust and concern for the impact on boxing. He added, "Tyson is an icon in the professional boxing world, and Jake Paul is not even a pro boxer. So when I heard this fight was happening, I was absolutely disgusted, and I think it's so bad for boxing, right?" Conversely, Paul's manager, Nakisa Badarin, anticipated record-breaking viewership for the event. Despite Badarin's optimism, Oscar De La Hoya voiced his skepticism from the outset, casting doubt upon the legitimacy of the match. He said, "Tyson still has the punching power. The last thing to go till you're in your grave, basically. Yeah, Tyson catches him with a good one. It's obviously lights out for Jake Paul." Aside from concerns about Tyson's well-being at 57, De La Hoya insinuated multiple times that Paul wasn't approaching the sport with the necessary seriousness. After a period of silence, Jake Paul finally responded to De La Hoya's comments. He said, "But that's if he catches him. I was studying the Roy Jones-Tyson fight the other night, and Tyson was actually doing great." Moreover, Oscar De La Hoya underscored his belief that Jake Paul was heading in the wrong direction by challenging Mike Tyson. According to De La Hoya, if Paul truly aims to vie for a world title, he should test his skills against contemporary boxers of his own age. If Jake Paul wants to take boxing seriously, take the route that all the other fighters take. Tough fights, up the ranks, top 10 fighters, top 5 world champion, said De La Hoya. In addition, he ridiculed the fact that there was a gap of 30 years between Paul and Mike. In addition to expressing concern for Tyson's welfare, De La Hoya also voiced his belief that a matchup between Paul and Tyson would fail to uphold the noble image of boxing as a sport. Nevertheless, he saw merit in the bout set for July 20th, acknowledging its potential to garner positive attention for the world of professional boxing. On that note, in his reply to De La Hoya, Jake Paul now said, "Oscar De La Hoya has a lot to say about me and Mike Tyson. I hope he's as concerned about Ryan Garcia's health and his own legacy." Meanwhile, we know that Tyson's rigorous training regimen has started as he unveiled some captivating videos showcasing his prowess on the pads alongside Rafael Cordero. His physique radiated peak condition as he effortlessly demonstrated his lightning-fast hand speed and formidable power, leaving spectators convinced that victory was already sealed before the fight even began.
Day day 4, you know, it was okay, but you don't know what you got in store, baby. You got to face the God of War. And get ready, baby. Fire in the house.
However, Chael Sonnen, renowned for his clashes with Anderson Silva in the MMA arena, harbors doubts regarding the genuineness of the 57-year-old's pad sessions. In a sarcastic tone, he humorously offers pointers for enhancing the quality of the faux workouts. He said, "In the future, if you're ever going to spend 5 seconds hitting mitts as a way of making the audience believe you're doing a training session, make sure you splash water on your face and t-shirt first." Moreover, during his appearance on the PBD podcast, Sonnen highlighted the significant generation gap between Tyson and Paul, drawing parallels to Vitor Belfort's bout with Evander Holyfield in the boxing. He said, "Vitor Belfort, who has never boxed, put him away so fast. So, this Holyfield is an Olympic gold medalist you're watching. Vitor, who has never done it, put him away so fast that it ended Vitor's boxing career." Sonnen also mentioned that similar criticism might be directed at Jake Paul for choosing to fight Tyson, suggesting that Paul could face backlash for engaging with an older, legendary boxer, implying that he might be ridiculed for taking what some may view as an inappropriate or mismatched fight. Sonnen added, "They would not book him again. They labeled him like an elderly abuser. How dare you? How could you do this?" Vitor never got another fight. Paul will get teased for taking this Tyson fight. As the fight date approaches, the boxing community and the wider public remain split. Some view the event as a mere spectacle, while others see it as a test of time and talent. So, that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos.